You can pick out the best campsite in the best campground and plan to have the best vacation ever, only to end up next to bad camping neighbors. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen, especially since the surge of newbies that joined the RV community in recent years. Many of them dove into the lifestyle without learning about proper camping etiquette. We believe you should never judge a book by its cover, but a book cover does contain information about what to expect from within its pages. So, while you should never dismiss a camper immediately based on appearances, it doesn't hurt to look closer for the following red flags. The first red flag, you hear them before you see them. One major red flag of a bad camping neighbor is when you can hear them before you see them. We're not talking about pleasant sounds of laughter or the crackle of a campfire, but constant noise that disrupts the peace and tranquility of the campground. It's not a good sign if you pull up to your campsite and hear loud music, rowdy conversations, or even arguments. The second red flag, their campsite isn't clean. Another obvious sign of a bad camping neighbor is a messy campsite that looks like a tornado just passed through. If you come across a campsite with trash strewn about, gear left out, or a general lack of organization, it's a clear indication that your neighbors don't value cleanliness or respect for the campground. While you may be able to ignore the mess, you're not going to be able to ignore the wildlife and bugs their dirty campsite will attract. The third red flag, their campsite looks like a frat house. Sure, there's nothing wrong with enjoying a couple of drinks while camping, but when it's the sole focus and leads to excessive noise and disruptive behavior, it can quickly ruin the camping experience for everyone nearby. By the way, some campgrounds cater to partiers, so be sure to avoid or book those places based on your preferences. The fourth red flag, they excuse their kids' bad behavior. When you first pull up to your campsite, pay attention to how the parents of nearby kids react. Are they watching their kids? Are they instructing them to stay back and stay safe? Or are they oblivious to where and what their kids are doing? Here's the fifth red flag, lots of electronics outside. If your neighbor's campsite resembles a tech store with multiple electronic devices scattered around, it's a definite red flag. An excessive amount of screens, gaming consoles, or speakers indicates a lack of appreciation for the peaceful outdoor experience. Sixth red flag, not staying in their lane. Growing up, whenever a driver ventured over the line into our lane, my dad would say, "He's taken his half of the middle." It was a polite way of saying the driver was encroaching on our space. Unfortunately, bad camping neighbors do the same thing. They take their half of the middle by allowing their stuff, hoses, awnings, or slide-outs to encroach on your site. Sure, you want to maximize your camping area, but not at the expense of your neighbor, so watch out for this red flag. And finally, our last red flag, when they don't take pride in their RV or vehicles. A well-kept RV demonstrates pride in one's belongings, which typically means they'll respect your belongings as well. Just be sure that you don't mistake old for uncared for. An old RV may not be the most attractive, but it can actually be a good sign if it has been well maintained for many years. If you see these red flags, your first thought is they're going to ruin your enjoyment and spoil your fun. Their music is too loud, their campsite is too messy, their dog is chained when it's not pooping on your campsite. Do you just have to suck it up and take it? Well, there is a chance that, yes, you might have to put up with some of it. However, there are some things you can do to improve the situation. Watch our other videos to learn how, or come on over to rvlifestyle.com and learn all about how you can enjoy traveling in your RV. Like what you see in these videos, we'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider ringing the bell icon to be notified of any new video from us.